Hi Moglets! Today it's time to showcase our C6 Shogun. She is not C6 yet because I wanted to kind of see how the national team we're going to start with performs with and without her C6. To reiterate, her C6 is basically a 5-second cooldown for everyone's burst. Again, I haven't really tested if this team in particular will really take advantage of Shogun's C6, so that's what we're going to be trying. Regardless if you have her C6 or not, national team needs a lot of energy. Every one of its units need a lot of energy recharge. So we rebuilt our Shogun a little bit. She's in 4-piece emblem, 2500 attack, 53 crit, 139 crit damage, 249 energy recharge. The annoying thing is pretty much everyone in this team kind of wants emblem. Maybe just not Benny. I'm going to keep him in oblige. He still does have 227 energy recharge, so I think that should be enough. I'm going Xingqiu instead of Yelan for this for two main reasons. One, he is kind of the OG national, off-field hydro here. And second of all, being a 4-star, his burst animation is very short, unlike Yelan's. And we are kind of trying to take advantage of a cooldown reduction, which means we can't really waste time doing burst animations. Xingqiu here also does have 220 energy recharge, which should be enough. Xiangling is currently sort of unbuilt. She got pretty messed up for my AI video, so yeah, I never bothered rebuilding her. Sans will be the off-piece, and I think we're gonna have to go energy recharge. 160 will definitely not be enough. Hopefully we can get a decent energy recharge Sans with some crit rate on it. Xiangling stats, not that great, but yeah, we have 3 of the 4 units all in the same set. But we did break the 200 energy recharge barrier, so I think that's the most important thing. Xingqiu is a little shy now, but I think with sacrificial and doing skill twice, that should be fine. I don't think there's any boss in the open world, at least, that would survive a single rotation though to actually test this. But just to mix it up, we'll try Magukinki, I guess. He does have an invincible phase there. So I'm not sure if I should even wait until he's like fully set up, but I guess we did. All right, anyway, here we go. We're just going to do all of the burst and some skills and get Xiangling's burst in there and then go to Shogun and do her burst. That's just kind of how it goes. And then we keep attacking with her until her burst is gone. Got to run over to him real quick. And then now that it's gone, we go back to Benny and pretty much no one's burst is on cooldown anymore anyway, and she's still C5. So actually, I'm not sure her C6 would actually help this team. Maybe I could have swapped out a little earlier, or maybe I could put Xingqiu first. I mean, the cooldown time on these guys aren't super high, like 20 seconds at max, but I think that's the same or less with most characters. Miko has 22 seconds, I guess. Yeah, so just for fun, I went and looked at every single character's burst cooldowns, and indeed, Miko is the only one that breaks the 20-second mark with 22 seconds. Basically, everyone else is 12, 15, 18, or 20 seconds, with 20 and 12 being the most popular, I guess. But I'm done with that tangent. The main thing is, I'm not actually sure how I'm going to take advantage of her C6. Can I swap out faster? Do I even bother doing like Xingqiu's elemental skills? Because that takes extra time. I usually do a little skill after the burst just for a couple extra energy generation orbs, whatever. But there's barely time for that without C6 Shogun. All right, we're going to go as fast as we possibly can. No elemental skills, but again, I'm not sure how this is going to play with energy recharge. Now we're just going to go to Shogun's burst and just keep attacking for like 7 seconds. Or until her burst is gone. I have to really pay attention here. Okay, it's pretty much gone now. But look, Benny's back up already. Xingqiu may not have been, but like Benny's burst isn't even full yet, so. And I assume that's because I didn't do skills. He is just missing a tiny bit, same with Xingqiu. The problem is if I do skills, there's no point of C6. They will all be off cooldown by the time I get back to them. I guess we're just gonna run through Abyss with the national team, and if we run into any cooldown issues, then we're gonna C6 her. So I stepped away for a few minutes and I realized a couple things. So first of all, I think even with Xingqiu, he should go before Benny because Shogun doesn't snapshot, and I think Xingqiu doesn't either. It's only Xiangling. And so if Benny is here, Shogun should be able to take full advantage of his buff, and then we could probably see some actual utility to this 5-second cooldown, because Xingqiu has a 20-second cooldown, whereas Benny only has 15. Secondly, rereading Shogun C6, it dawned on me that most likely this would be way more useful in co-op. Honestly, even just 2-player co-op, because I'm struggling to get through all 4 of my characters and still, have them on cooldown. So we will be exploring that, but Bones is currently grocery shopping. So let's run through Abyss, see how it is in single player, because I am honestly mostly a single player person, so I would like to see if there's a good utility there. Later on when we are doing co-op, I'll have Bones record her screen and we can check that out. We can actually maybe see the cooldown going down on her screen as I'm doing Shogun burst. But yeah, let's get through floor 9 and 10 real quick. There probably won't be much to say here. Obviously in floor 9 and 10, it doesn't go very well because the enemies just get one shot by everything. So Okay, well, that time when I swapped out the Xingqiu after Shogun's burst, he did have like a quarter of a second left on his cooldown, so I guess that would have been gone at C6. I am possibly just too slow. All right, we have a slightly like more normal looking group here. If we can get, yeah, her burst. Okay, bursting with Shogun here. Just gonna keep attacking. Oh, I don't know why I even bother saying anything until at least floor 11. Yeah, there we actually had like 2.5 seconds left on Xingqiu's burst. So that would have been remedied by C6. First, like, sort of real, maybe utility I could see as far as single player is concerned anyway. Again, not too much to say there. Things just weren't really working out that well. But we are on floor 12 now, which should prove to be somewhat of a challenge. As far as I remember, for second half, we do kind of want some sort of geo team, but I'm not sure if it's strictly necessary. So we're just gonna try our bloom down there as well. Here we should be able to just spam everything as fast as we want to, really. And we'll see when we get back what Xingqiu's skill looks like there. So yeah, it's pretty much out now, and we do have like, you know, it was 1 to 2 seconds left. Yeah, at this point I kind of don't want to use anyone's burst anymore because he's almost dead. Yeah, I could have done Xingqiu's burst a little earlier if she was C6. That's what I would have started with here, and he did have full energy, so let's see how Golden Wolf Lord goes here. Why did he just did his laser, but he stayed down for almost no time at all. Oh, that's right. If you can't kill him in like the first couple seconds, this happens. You can very, very slowly kill them without Geo, but yeah, that's probably not the best here. Yeah, there's no way that's gonna work before he gets a shield. I'm not sure if it's RNG based or not, but yeah. Can probably give up on this already. Well, we got him down. We have 3 seconds left. Nope. That was kind of close though. All right, that went a little bit better with my Geo team there. And for the final boss, we have Jade Plume, Doom, Shroom, Flume. No one has their burst, so I'm just gonna actually go to Shogun here. And there's floor 12 done. But all right, we're gonna do some co-op now. Bones will hopefully be joining me soon. She'll be taking Vinti and Binny. Vinti has a decently long cooldown with a decently small amount of energy cost considering how good of an orb generator he can be. And we're gonna go in one of the artifact domains. It's a decently tanky domain. Obviously, we're gonna have Shogun there. We're gonna do a couple of runs non-C6 and then a couple of runs C6 so I can kind of see if it's doing anything in particular. Oh God, does my Sara? Yeah, my Sara has a 1-star bow, I think. Oh well, I guess that won't really matter. So yeah, hopefully we got some interesting footage there. Ooh, nice little circlet there. So I'm asking her if she was able to keep up with energy. Otherwise, maybe these aren't the right units to take advantage of her C6. Oh yeah, she's actually playing on PS5, typing as a nightmare there. I shouldn't ask so many questions. Maybe just a yes or no question. All right, so we are going to C6 now. I've been wanting to do as much stuff as possible because I can't undo this, you know, and it's gonna be a lot harder to see. But there it is, C6, no going back. Not that it is possibly ever could be a negative thing like Binny C6, but I can't see pre-C6 anymore. All right, let's go ahead and give this a look-see now. We're gonna go ahead and do Shogun's burst. And hopefully we should be seeing on Bone's side now, her cooldown's getting decreased. Oh, look at that. She just did Vinti's burst again. That was, I think that was a lot faster. Like she did Vinti's burst basically while Vinti's burst was still up. Really looking forward to having them side by side because obviously I can't even see the cooldowns getting reduced, but I'll have to do that in post obviously. So I'll just, you know, write some text on screen, I guess. One thing I'm curious about is if it only works for the on-field character, that Bones has, or if it's for all characters in her party. So one thing that isn't super clear yet, because Bones said on one of the runs, Venti didn't feel like he had much of a cooldown reduction. So one of the things we have to try is if, while one of her characters is off field and I'm attacking with Shogun Burst, does Bones off field characters also gain the cooldown reduction? Because if not, that kind of sucks. What we're going to do is head to Masanori. Bones is going to do her burst and then swap out, and we're going to have to do some time math. Okay, so she has to do burst first. Okay, good. Now she has to swap out. I don't even see her anywhere, but all right. Okay, now she has to swap back to Venti. Okay, good. So I should have that footage now. I don't know what to make of it right now, but we should have the footage. Well, I think he might be almost dead. Well, Bone just came into my office and told me it definitely works off field. I still do want to have them side by side and see exactly what's going on, but that is a very hopeful sign. But all right, that is cool. So yeah, now to answer the question, was she worth it? The only reasonable yet somewhat unsatisfactory answer would be, I'm not too sure yet. I am mostly a single player person, but it does seem to work really well in co-op. I mean, even in single player, it will see some use. Like when I could actually get the rotation down somewhat quickly, we still had a good 2.5. I think I maybe even saw a 3-second left when we were ready to do Xingqiu's burst. It was full of energy, Shogun's burst was over, but we couldn't do it because of those 3 seconds. That was like best case scenario though, and I probably ended Shogun's burst a little early. And of course, Shanling would also have those, 2 to 3 seconds left without C6 Shogun. I don't really know what else to test, honestly, besides my typical like damage Shogun team, but I like in that team, cooldowns are never really an issue. Something like this possibly. I would usually use Sara, but I ran into some issues with Aggravate, but I don't think this team would suffer with cooldowns basically ever. Hell, Nahita's burst lasts longer than his cooldown already anyway, so it might be necessary to get good with the alt shortcuts. So if you hit alt and then swap out to a character, they'll do their burst immediately. I never really got used to that because I'm halfway playing on mobile and I can just tap their burst. That's way easier. Wait, can you just click it here? Oh, you can. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. Actually having the mouse and just clicking it like that. Just for fun though, we can go back to the national team real quick and do it as fast as possible and see if there's any cooldown left on Xingqiu when we get back there. Of course, without doing skills or anything, we're not gonna have the energy to do burst, so it kind of is pointless anyway. So we're gonna do the alt trick. Just gonna be spamming as fast as possible. And then back to Shogun. Okay, that didn't work. Oh God, I think I might have sticky keys enabled. Sticky keys. Oh no, what the hell, he died too fast. And we actually still do have time left on Xingqiu there. Let's try this again, but with the shortcut and also using their skills. So here we go. Okay, there we go. We did that as fast as humanly possible. Really, yep, there we go. Boom. Nah, I messed it up. I missed the, all right, whatever. Let's at least see for Xingqiu. Nah, that was way too slow, dude. I need to really work on that, I guess. And oh yeah, we can see his burst is back already, but I think it wouldn't have been if not for C6. All right, let's give this another try here. All right, he's blocking everything, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, I messed that one up. I didn't do the shortcut, force of habit, but let's just keep doing her attacks until, oh yeah. I mean, you can see when Xingqiu's burst like comes back. Let's try only Xingqiu's burst. And then when Shogun's burst is over, we're gonna swap back and just see. Oh, 5 seconds left. Okay, yeah. So that means for like maximum efficiency, we need to go through Benny and Shanling in like 5 seconds, which probably could work with the shortcuts, honestly, and even doing their skills. Let me time it real quick. Boom, skill, boom, skill. I don't know how many seconds that was, but probably around 5. So, I mean, yeah, if I got really good with the shortcuts, it'd probably be worth it. That's kind of a hard thing for me to learn though, because, muscle memory after 2 years of just pressing 2 and then Q instead of Alt and 2, that'll take some real work to actually change, Alt is way down there too. It's just kind of awkward. But yeah, I guess that'll do it. All in all, happy I have my first exclusive C6 hero and all. I probably would have chosen others with more like visible benefits, because you really can't see much of what her C6 is actually doing. It's all background stuff, you know? Of course, I guess we could see it a little bit in the side by side and the cooldown's getting reduced while we're playing with bones, but otherwise it's a pretty invisible buff. If you have any suggestions that could really take advantage of her C6 and 5-second team-wide burst cooldown reduction, like, it sounds powerful, but I think to take advantage of it, you need to be really good with your rotation and really tight with your timings. But all right, that's it for me. Again, make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.